Hey everyone, my companion has changed from Nala, who was nice and fuzzy and snuggly earlier, to this snuggly guy. Can you say hi, Samuel?
Hi.
So I was thinking maybe we could show them how things are starting to get busy here. Earlier I showed them a video about how calm it was. It was kind of just after sunrise, and now it's busy. So you want to go over there and point out what's going on over there? I'll follow you. All right, Samuel's going to show us. What do you see now? What is it? What are those people doing?
We're going to ride to Peanut Island.
They're going to go to Peanut Island? Yeah. So this is the shuttle that I showed you earlier. It was kind of nobody there, and you can see already people starting to wait in line. It's going to be a very busy weekend. Let me zoom out again and turn it around. So Samuel, let's go back over here so they can see a little bit. It's going to be a very busy weekend. I can already tell because people, boats keep coming up here, and the poor dockhand has to keep kicking everyone out. And I say poor dockhand because he bit his tongue yesterday, poor guy, and he's having a hard time talking. But that's beside the point. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you over here. You can see he's going back and forth. That's Mr. Tim. But what do you think, Samuel? What do you think this morning?
I don't know.
What do you think? Do you remember yesterday? How many people were there? Were there a lot of people yesterday?
Yes.
Where did you see most of the people? Were they here in the marina or over there on Peanut Island?
Both.
Both, yeah. It was very busy. Yeah, let's show them. There's a few boats already starting to see. What they do is they pull their boat all the way up to the beach and then just ground it. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, but hang on. Let me just show them this. So you can see the boat and the people kind of just go and pull their boat up to the beach, and then they hang out there all day.
Now it's my turn.
Okay, now it's your turn.
This is not just today. It's every day.
But in particular, it is every day, but mostly on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
But I was kind of mentioning to our friends that it's especially much on this weekend, because this weekend, you know what this weekend is? It's a holiday.
A holiday. Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Do you know what Memorial Day weekend is?
What?
We'll have to go look that up and talk more about that if you don't know.
I really don't.
You don't know? Okay, well, we're going to go do some, we homeschool here on the Dawn Treader. What were we just learning, by the way?
We were just learning about a dragonfly cycle.
The life cycle of a dragonfly, because a dragonfly came by and... What? Well, you can't whisper to me. I'm on live TV.
I know, but should I tell them about...
About the maggot? You can, yeah.
But should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to.
Okay, I'll tell you. We saw, there's always bugs that land on the boat, and we saw a maggot on deck, right? And so Samuel wanted to know what that was all about, so we started talking about maggots and flies and gross things. And I said, but not all bugs are gross. There's lots of not gross bugs, and one of the ones we talked about was...
Dragonflies!
Because there have been dragonflies coming here to the boat.
One of them that we didn't talk about that we saw, though. But this is one that we did talk about and we saw too, and one that we didn't talk about but we saw.
Which was what?
The one that we didn't talk about and we saw is the butterfly.
Yep. So we'll have to look at that up as well.
And the one that we saw that we talked about is the dragonfly.
Right. And do you remember what you learned about the dragonfly's life cycle?
They actually lay their eggs underwater.
That they lay their eggs underwater, which is what we were surprised about. And they also have something called a nymph, that they come out of their shell. So we learned a lot this morning already. And now we're going to go read. What are we going to read? Do you remember?
We're going to
Here.
read Hello, Mrs. Pigglewiggle.
Hello, Mrs. Pigglewiggle. So we're going to go read Mrs. Pigglewiggle, and we'll learn about Memorial Day. And we'll check in later to show you guys what Peanut Island looks like, because you can only imagine at this early hour, if the line looks like that, which I'll show you again, you can only imagine how busy it's going to be by the end of the day or by midday. So those are all people lined up all over there.
But they can't go on the boat the whole time, so they have to wait.
Yep, I think that boat can only take maybe a quarter of those people. So they're filling it up now, and they're going to take off and go over to Peanut Island. You know something else that's at Peanut Island that we have not explored?
What?
JFK, which is John F. Kennedy's bunker, is there. So we need to check that out. Hey, Maria in New Mexico, how are you? Happy to see you this morning. I'm just kind of sharing what the scene is here for Memorial Day weekend, because a lot of people go boating on Memorial Day weekend. So our normally quiet morning is starting to get very busy. Samuel, that's connected to my microphone, so if you play with that, they won't be able to hear us. All right, well, why don't you say goodbye, and we'll check in again after it gets even busier in a few hours. What do you think? Yep, okay, we're going to read Mrs. Pigglewiggle. Oh, dang, hello. But you can't turn up the volume because everybody's still asleep. Yeah, I understand that. I usually sneak up here for that very reason. Well, we will say goodbye, and we'll leave you with an I love you. Can you give them I love you? And we'll see you soon. We'll check in a little bit. Okay, bye.